Hey there, my beautiful friends. I'm Shana Nerol, and I am helping women to step into their power and actualize radiant health of body, mind, and soul and overcome food addiction. So, we have been in our homes now for quite a while, and things were actually, by me, starting to ease up a little bit and return to some normalcy. But I really want to take this opportunity to help us to think about what we are taking from this, because if normalcy returns and we return the same as we were, then we will not have utilized the incredible opportunity that this has presented for us. And now it has been challenging. If you're like me, if you're like so many of the people that I've talked to, this has been extremely challenging. However, as most of you have already probably realized, that it is the challenges that really help us to grow. And so I want to speak about one of the central pieces of the challenges that we've been going through, which have probably been manifesting in different symptoms. Maybe your eating has become more difficult and you're thinking about food way too much, and you're lashing out maybe at your family members, or feeling lonely, or basically going into whatever your patterns are. And so my point that I think is so important for us to think about is that we, as a society, and because of the transformational journey that we are really just all meant to go on, but as a society we have become way too dependent on the external circumstances for our happiness, for feeling okay, or we're using these external things to distract ourselves from ourselves and from the incredible joy and peace that is ours, that is really our innate birthright, and we were born with it. You know, we look at children and we see how joyful they are, just naturally bubbling with exuberance, with energy, vitality, and joy. This is really ours to reclaim. And I really so much see this as such an amazing opportunity to really look and probably see that at least in some aspects of our life, we're surviving, we're distracting ourselves. Are we really thriving? And we have this chance now to learn how to step into this power and step into our ability to totally actualize our potential and thrive. And so back to this point of the external, being dependent on the external. Now, there's two main problems with being dependent on the external beyond the obvious. First of all, there is actually research and scientific proof in quantum physics that we are generally only aware of about 0.00001% of actual reality. So if we think about that, it's a huge wake-up call that, first of all, not only are we resting our happiness on the external, but the external is only the external that we view reality to be is the tiniest slice of how things actually are. So that's the first piece that to me is really eye-opening. And we can, when we embark on this process of growth, waking up and stepping into our power, we can actually increase, we can expand our awareness and become aware of what's really going on underneath what we thought was the reality. So our awareness does expand. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that we have to realize, hopefully sooner rather than later, that if we don't engage in learning to master our state, so that our state, feeling happy, feeling okay, feeling safe, so that that's not dependent on what's going on around us. If we don't master that, I just need to say this really clearly. We are going to keep suffering, and our suffering is going to just increase and become more and more painful, because the whole point of everything coming to us, of how we are perceiving, of the challenges that we perceive in front of us, it's in order to wake us up to that, in order to enable us to learn how to master our state, learn how to shift from feeling scared, from feeling not good enough, from feeling whatever it is, worrying, all of these things. We can shift these states. These are feeling states, and these are pattern states of being, and we can learn to shift to a new feeling state, and we can make that our habit. We can learn, I'm just spelling this out, like technically there is a clear system of making, first of all, learning how to shift our state, and then making that our habit. And in the learning to shift our state, we learn how to access the joy, the serenity, the peace that is our essence. And so these things are really totally possible for each and every one of us. They are our birthright. And all of this happening is happening to wake us up to this. So to me, in a certain sense, everything that's been happening is an incredible blessing, especially if we seize this moment. We can use all of this, again, to not return back to the way we were before. We can use this to wake up. We can use this to expand, so that we start seeing that there's a lot more going on than we initially thought, and that to see that we have so many resources in us, and that we can learn to access them. We can learn to shift our state. This is easy. It's relatively easy when somebody wants it and they've decided they're going to do this. Then they just need some guidance. It's not that difficult. So that's it for today. I really bless you as things slowly start returning, or maybe if they continue, just use this time. Really maximize this. It's an incredible blessing. Make sure that you're ready when things resume, that you really know that you're going back a different you, that you've at least committed to beginning a new path, stepping into your power in a whole new way. So I am available if any of you do want to speak. I offer a free breakthrough call, and what this is about for so many of us is just realizing that something is not right in our life, and realizing what needs to change. That is half of the journey, really. So that's what these free breakthrough calls are. And I'm going to put the link below to my calendar if you'd like to sign up for a free call. Have a beautiful day and take a deep breath. Take a few deep breaths and just tell yourself that whatever's going on inside is here to help you, and that you are willing to just begin to look, listen, and learn these tools to step into a different way of being and feeling and thinking. So that's it. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.